So this is bad. There's so many levels of how bad this is. So it's not even Michael Cole. I don't even know where to start. Michael Cole, the King of the Ring, Natalia, Harley Race. But in any case, it's bad. I thought there's been really bad announcing throughout my lifetime. Taz. I've defended Michael Cole for his announcing overseas and journalistic stuff. People claim Don was bad. Coach I thought was the worst. Michael Cole's not only the worst of the year, not the worst in WWE history, but in the worst of all 111 years of wrestling history, or wherever it is for broadcasting history. How do you start with this? People got offended when he did have the Queen kiss his foot or something, whatever it was. That wasn't that bad. Start the King of the Ring. They make all that hype about Harley Race was the King of the Ring. Bret Hart got his start as King of the Ring before becoming world champ for the Attitude Era. They forget the 4 recent King of the Rings that weren't that successful compared to the runner-ups. So, King of the Ring. They have Michael Cole. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Michael Cole? So, he's talking about Cesaro working on Cedric Alexander's leg. Fine, that's great. Keep in mind that previously, and this is going to set up a little bit of a spoiler for the spoiler, that Corey Graves already talked about how Braun Strowman could become U.S. champion if he beats AJ Styles in the main event tonight. Let's not even talk about how Seth Rollins isn't even defending any of his titles. Let's just talk about how Corey Graves basically spoiled or did the red herring for, which is too obvious that Braun Strowman has to be AJ Styles. Not to mention that you want Braun Strowman to be AJ Styles so that he fights Seth Rollins. No matter how bad the Braun Strowman match is because of Braun Strowman's popularity, even as Jinder Mahal heat or pops. And just because you want Seth Rollins and the Braun Strowman faction have all the belts. So he says, Michael Cole says Cesaro is working on Cesaro is working on Cedric Alexander's leg. Before Cedric Alexander's, Baron Corbin just had a match where he won the King of the Ring match against The Miz, in a match no one cared about compared to the opening match between Ricochet and Drew McIntyre. So we're already down just because it's not the Drew McIntyre Ricochet match where he has the back fist and the clown to the Claymore and jumping in. They could have done a crucifix bomb. But in any case, what are you doing? So Cesaro is working on the leg on Cedric Alexander for his match against Baron Corbin next week, which I assume is the King of the Ring match and not some sort of setup match with a stipulation like a ladder match or something. They just spoiled who is going to face Baron Corbin next week in the middle of the match. They just revealed in the Cedric Alexander Cesaro match who's going to face Baron Corbin in that match next week. Say that Cedric Alexander is facing Baron Corbin next week before the match ends. No one has broken a spoiler like that in the middle of a wrestling match in 111 years in wrestling history. Is the King of the Ring. King Harley Race died this year, and that's why they had the tournament. Bret Hart won Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin made their names known in this tournament. The G1 Climax just happened. a much more complex tournament than this, but still, people are thinking about it. And with AEW coming, they're all comparing it with WWE. Tony Schiavone just got hired by AEW. Johnny Impact was hired, admitted to being hired. Well, there was rumors during the day when from the Elite was being released, Beyond the Elite or whatever it's called, being the Elite. And 16 minutes before Raw starts, Johnny Impact, Johnny Wednesday I call him, agrees to joining All Elite Wrestling. They had a great start with that Drew McIntyre Ricochet match. Let me see my notes. What else is going on? That is horrible. There's never been a mistake that bad. 111 years. You used to work in the Attitude Era, Michael Cole. I defended you in the early 2010s. But you're officially the worst wrestling announcer ever. Not in WWE, ever. Not in this year, but ever. JR and Kevin Kelly not knowing the names of the freaking wrestlers, despite the fact that they've been on the show forever in NJPW, are better announcers than you are. They don't spoil the result of what the people came to watch the show for. If you do watch the show, watch it on mute, but I guess it's too late now since I didn't get that warning before the beginning of this. I'll put this in the title. More on it later in the follow-up. I pretty much set up well. Please mute your freaking King of the Ring matches, especially Michael Cole's announcing them. See if Michael Cole's still hired by tomorrow. See ya.